Welcome back to BB with a Purpose. Now, as we do each episode, BB with a Purpose is for those that do affect their community. Now, I'm sure you would agree with me that this person is the boldest. Now, he is a Ghanaian investigative journalist who disguises himself in so many different ways. He's done an addict, he's done an imam, and what his main mission is to force Ghana's government to act against the lawbreakers that he exposes. When President Barack Obama came to Ghana, he cited this person as a courageous journalist who represents what free democracies can produce. Let's take a look at what he said.
Ghanaians have chosen constitutional rule over autocracy and shown a democratic spirit. We see that spirit in just journalists like Anas, Arimea Yeo Anas, who risked his life to report the truth.
Anas Arimaya Anas. Now, Be Bold had the opportunity to interview this bold gentleman only under the condition that we kept his identity hidden. Even from us, we weren't allowed to see his face. Now, let's take a look at what this gentleman had to say.
My name is Anas Arimea Anas. I'm an undercover journalist. I've been undercover as a Catholic priest in Bangkok prisons. I've been undercover as a laborer working in a biscuit manufacturing company. I've been undercover as a woman in an orphanage. I've been undercover as a patient in a psychiatric hospital. I've been undercover in a ship. I've been undercover as a student. I've been undercover as various things across my life. Well, I advise my fellow young colleagues to join me to ensure that we make Ghana a better place. Ghana is the only country we've got, and we can only all contribute our quota to our national development. Let's be humble, let's respect our elders, and keep going. We obviously have to be very bold in our activities. Just be bold.
Welcome to BB with a Purpose. Today I'm very privileged, in fact honored, to be sitting here with Anas Arimaya Anas. Thank you so much for joining us here today, Anas.
Thank you.
Yes. So to start off, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Who are you and what do you do?
I'm an investigative journalist. I usually will stick myself to undercover journalism. I've been doing undercover journalism for the past 12 years, and it might be seen as normal journalism that everybody does, but I have a purpose for the kind of journalism that I do. I try to make sure that I affect change in the society whenever I put across my type of journalism. It's, yes, gives information, but also aimed at societal change. When I say I'm an undercover journalist, what I mean is that if I say you're a thief, I'll show you evidence of when you plotted to steal what you've stolen, how you stole what you stole, and where you took that piece of stolen item to. So my journalism is hardcore evidence-based. It is called iron culture journalism.
Iron culture journalism.
Yes, and it is not aimed at... See, you've got to know straight that I'm a product of my society. I grew up in a system, that is Ghana, and perhaps other African countries where I have worked, where people are very quick at denying even when they are caught red-handed in it. So I said to myself, listen, if I want to say you've done this, then I must be able to show it with hardcore evidence.
So it's, in a way, you've made it a mission to showcase all the people that in essence do bad things. Is that it?
Exactly so. And I showcase this also, getting civil society to walk along the path that I walk. I do so because civil society wants to see it and believe it. If they see it with their eyes, no matter the spin you put on it, people believe it because they saw it with their eyes. So also it is that kind of journalism that is non-partisan and that is aimed at galvanizing people in the nation and to get them to support a common agenda that is aimed at national development.
Now, why the name Anas, Arimeyao Anas?
Because it's my name. I mean, I was born with the name. I'm a Muslim. And if you know Salim Ahmed Salim, it is not new in Islam. You could be given a name, Anas, Arimeyao Anas. Anas is an Islamic name and Arimeyao is an Islamic name.
So it's not like a name that you created just for this purpose. It's actually your name.
It's my name, yeah.
Okay. All right. So tell me, what are your fears? Do you have any fears at all?
I was purged of fear long ago. I learned under the formidable and energetic hands of Mr. Kweku Bakujini, Abdul Malik. And that's why I was purged of fear. But what do we mean by fear if we talk journalism? Fear is the absence of any risk that could lead to your death or anything. And professionally, I'm very professional in my work. Before I go undercover as anything, I make sure that I have effective backup that ensures that I don't get... There's no point in going to die over a story. If you die, who will live to tell the story? So we take in a lot of backups. We ensure that there are mechanisms that will help us live through the story.
Yeah. Now, what inspires you to do all these stories that you've done in the past?
Society. I'm a product of the society. I listen to the heartbeat of the society and I walk along the heartbeat. Everybody wants to see change, and a positive one as such. So if you listen in your community and people say, this is what we need, and you walk along the path that their thoughts are, they give you the support. I want to think that Ghana can be a much better country than we are. And I want to believe that it's not just the doctors, it's not just the nurses, it's not just the soldiers. All of us can put our hands on deck and ensure that we move this country forward.
Yeah. And can you tell me, do you do other investigative work that's not just in Ghana but elsewhere as well?
Sure, I've had strong collaborative work with NBC in the United States, work with CNN. I've had work to do with BBC flagship investigative program, Panorama. I'm currently working with Al Jazeera to produce 8 films for the African continent.
These are all investigative?
Very investigative pieces. I work with the Forum for African Investigative Reporters Fair. I've done a lot of transnational investigations, even much more outside than in here. I just did a film, Black Diamonds, which was for heavy investigations. And that is being aired across Europe, and it's such a huge film. So my work is not just restricted here. I've also had very strong collaboration with Inside News London, with Sorio Samora, one of the greatest African journalists that I've ever met. And we're doing a lot together.